Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Shamika Tompkins. I'm an independent consultant of Paparazzi's Accessories, and my consultant ID is 91773. The information I'm going to give today is something that can help everyone who is interested in growing their business, growing their team, because Paparazzi is a direct sales company, but however, the information I'm going to share is not specific to Paparazzi. It's for anyone who has a business that they want to grow and continue to receive referrals and continue to have potential consultants and clientele that they need to follow up with. All right, so let's talk about follow-up. Follow-up is beyond essential. So a lot of times I will meet someone as I'm out and about in their community and I'm sharing the information, letting them know that I'm the jewelry lady. I sell Paparazzi, that $5 bling. And so they may say, okay, yeah, I'm interested. You can give me a call. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll save their name and their number in my phone. And when I do that, I screenshot it. So once I take that screenshot, I can come home and I can add them to my master log. And my master log, I usually put on a sheet of paper like this, and I have a 3-ring binder that I put these in. Now, I didn't put anybody's name and stuff here, and I didn't show y'all the ones that I have because that's personal information. But typically what I do is I put the person's name, I put their phone number down again, and then I go ahead and I put a little notation about where I met them. So if I met them at Walmart, if they were the cashier, if they were, if I met them at the hospital, if I met them wherever, I put where I met them and I put the date beside it. And instead if they say, okay, you can call me tomorrow, I make a notation here and I'll say call on whatever date that they give me. And so the thing about it is that once I call that person on that date, if I get them or if I don't get them, say I don't get them and I have to leave them a voicemail, I put that date and I put VM so that I know that on that day I called that person and I left a voicemail. That helps me because that helps me to keep track of who I have reached out to, who I have followed up with, and I'm not overly calling people because sometimes we can be a little bit too assertive and a little bit too zealous in reaching out and following up with people. So I'm not going to call people back to back to back. Nobody wants to be harassed. They want the information. But, you know, sometimes they're just not available at the time. So what I may do is I'll leave them a voicemail. And I'll put that I call, let's say on 5/8. I call them on 5/8. Okay, so I left a voicemail. So I'm not going to call them again on 5/9. Unless I have spoken with them and they say, you know what, it's not a good time, but call me tomorrow. If they say call me tomorrow, then I make a little note for myself to call tomorrow. And that's how I do my follow-ups. But if I leave them a voicemail, if I send them a text, if we have a conversation, I put a little notation to say how the conversation went. I have some people that say, you know what, don't call me until 2 weeks. Yes, let's go over the information. In 2 weeks, I get paid or I have the finances and I'll be ready to sign up. And I'm like, okay, so I make sure I make a notation to go ahead and call them at the designated time and date that they tell me. But if I don't have a log system, it's easy for that information to get misplaced or for me to forget it. And another thing you can always do as well, this is the era of cell phones, smartphones. So we can always put things in our cell phone as well to say, hey, as a reminder to call so-and-so and so in our calendar, and it will pop up. So that way we don't forget anybody and we don't miss any opportunities, because I cannot tell you how many people are serious about seeing your professionalism. They want to see you at your best. Are you a person of your word? Because they don't know you. They're just getting to know you. So if you say you're going to do something and then starting off the bat, you don't do it. Like say if you say you're going to call them on Thursday. Thursday comes and goes and you don't call, then they're like, wait a minute. How can I trust that she's going to be a good sponsor or that she's going to really keep her word and do what she says and that she's a true professional and that she has a good business ethic if she didn't even do something as simple as making a follow-up phone call to me on the day and time that we agree, because that's an appointment. And so it's no different than if I had a physical appointment. If somebody is a no-call, no-show and I've scheduled a meeting with them, that tells me a lot about them, you know? So our actions, whether we do something or what we don't do, speaks volumes about us. So we have to make sure that we have a system of some sorts for follow-up. Me, I'm old school. So I like to do the pen and the paper And I try to add somebody to my list every day because I'm always trying to share the opportunity when I'm out and about in the community. I can never get comfortable and say, well, I have enough on my team. I'm at this rank. I'm at this level. You know, I'm so busy. I'm always trying to share the information and share the opportunity. So as I'm sharing the opportunity, somebody will say, yeah, you know, I'll hear what you have to say. Yeah, that sounds interesting. Some people will say, no, you don't need to call me, and I'll say, okay, thank you, and that's no problem. I've also had people that I have gotten their name, their number. They say, yeah, call me. I want the information. Then when I call, they say, you know what? I don't think I'm in a position right now to take on anything else. And, you know, I was just in the moment, but I don't really think I'm going to do this. I talked it over with my family, and this is not something that we want to do. When they tell me that no, when they tell me no, I put an X beside their name, and I put not interested. I do not keep trying to call people to convince them about the business. If they're interested, they're interested. If they want the information, they want it. But if they don't, I respect them for that. And I thank them. And I don't get ugly with them, but what I do is I tell them. Now, I try to make sure I finish with this. I say, well, I understand that you don't want to become a consultant. You don't want to sell the jewelry. However, if you're ever interested in hosting a party and earning some free jewelry, you can do so online, or if you want, I can come to your home and set up. Just let me know if either of those options work for you. Okay, because sometimes people don't want to take on the responsibility of a business, but they still like the jewelry. And I always try to make sure any social media they're on, I try to make sure I find them on social media with their permission. I say, hey, you know, is it okay if I find you on Facebook and we can friend each other? So when I go live, they can see my shows. Okay, because just because they said no to the business does not mean they're saying no to the jewelry. So just wanted to pass that along. Follow-up is essential. And always, always ask people, when is a good time for me to call you? Because some people don't want to be called during the day. Some people work at night. They don't want to be called during the day. They want to be called like maybe 4 in the afternoon, 5. And then you have some people who go to work 3 to 11, so they don't want to be called 4 or 5 o'clock when it's convenient for you. They need to be called early in the day, like maybe 12 or 11 or what have you. So try to accommodate people, because we want them to know that this business is flexible and it's not rigid, because it is. It's very flexible. And it's not a rigid business that, okay, no, this is your only option and I have to call you between this hours because that's my availability. Because if you start talking like that, they're going to be thinking, what about when I need something? What about when there's a training? What about when there's information that I need to reach out? This person has a limited availability. So are we going to mesh well? Are they going to be able to meet up with me and guide me and to discuss things with me? So you want to make sure that you show yourself to be as flexible as you can within reason. Okay? All right. And then I'm going to say this last thing. There are some people who do not have time to sit on the phone. They are interested. They're kind of curious. But they're like, you know what? I'm really busy. This is in the third. I don't know when I have time for a phone call. You know what I say? No problem. I've made an opportunity video. Do you mind if I send it to you? And what I can do is I can send it to them in Messenger, and it's the video of me talking, explaining the business, sharing the opportunity of paparazzi, and that might be something that they can watch like 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning when they get a break or on their lunch break at work. So I encourage you to please, 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 if you have not done so, create an opportunity video for your business so that you don't always have to be the one talking, saying the same information over and over again. Some people are like, you know what, yeah, let me watch the video. And they can watch it when they get their free 10, 15 minutes. They can just let the video play and listen and gain the information. And then y'all can follow up, or they can follow with you, or however y'all decide to do things, okay? So again, my name is Shamika Tompkins. I'm an independent consultant of Paparazzi's Accessories. My consultant ID is 91773. If you're interested in joining my team or being a part of the paparazzi business, then please let me know. You can always email me, shamika@yahoo.com, and that's SHAWMICA@yahoo.com. Thank you all so much. Take care, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, successful career. Bye. Bye now.